So we will start with our topic for today. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Today is the auspicious occasion of Akshaya Trutiya. Now we know that there are certain days in the Hindu calendar which are celebrated as auspicious days. And on those days, there is no need to see a muhurta if you want to do any activity or you want to start something or you want to conduct a special puja or something like that. So like Vijayadashmi is one of the auspicious days. Yugadi is one of the auspicious days. Same way, the day of Akshaya Trithya is also considered as the auspicious day. It's a very Mangalakara Dina. So what is the meaning of this word Akshaya? Kshaya means to end or to perish or to get destroyed. So Akshaya, that which cannot be destroyed, that which is imperishable, that which never diminishes, right? So that is called as Akshaya. So it is a Tritiya day in the calendar, and this day is celebrated as Akshaya Trutiya. So the common belief that whatever you start on this day, it will go on, vriddhi will become, it will keep increasing, it will never reduce. So that is the reason why people start good ventures on the day of Akshaya Trutiya. Now it is told that this was the day of the beginning of the Satya Yuga, the birth of Lord in the form of Parashurama as that avatar. That happened also on the Akshaya Tritiya day. The ever first yajna that was performed by the Vedic during the Vedic times, it is said that it was performed on this day. Then the Shastras say that the day when Ganga, the river Ganga, descended to the earth, right? We know that she came because Bhagirath brought her to earth. So that day of the descent of Ganga Devi is also on the day of Akshaya Tritiya. It is also said that this was the day when Vedavyasa started to write the Mahabharata. So overall, this day is associated with very auspicious beginnings. And it is believed that invoking the blessings of Mahalakshmi Devi on this day, praying to Mata to bless us on this day, is very important. Unfortunately, in today's times, we have come to a situation where for us, Lakshmi, we equate with wealth and only wealth. There is an entirely different meaning. Like when you say wealth, you say money in English, it conveys something else. And when you use words in Sanskrit, like if you say Aishwarya, Aishwarya is something that is not just talking about the wealth, right? It is a far bigger quality. When we say prosperity, do we just mean prosperity in terms of the amount of wealth a person has, the quantity of assets that they have, the amount of money that they have, how many riches they have? Is it just that? Aishwaryam is a quality which encompasses many different things. But because we have no equivalent in English for that, we have to say prosperity. So because we have this, desire to amass wealth. So this day of Akshaya Tritiya has morphed from what it was supposed to be. It is a day when we should pray for our bhakti to become more. But today, thanks to all the, what do you call them? The gold merchants jumping onto the bandwagon, it has become a day when everybody's focus is on purchasing gold, on starting some new business venture to make more money and such things. Of course, we do need wealth. We do need the means to live our life. But what we need to question is how much is enough? How much is too much? And what is the difference between what I need and what I want? For us now, the line has blurred. We are no longer able to distinguish between our needs and our wants. So it is time on this day to learn about somebody, some great acharya, who showed us that what is the real wealth, what is the real Aishwarya, and how we can, get that, or what should we be praying for on this auspicious day. So today we will see two stories. This is of one of the greatest acharyas in the Sri Vaishnava Sampradaya called Swami Vedanta Desikar. Swami Vedanta Desikar comes in the lineage of the Sri Vaishnava tradition after Srimad Ramanujacharya, and he is, very well known for being a polyglot, in the sense he had different kinds of abilities. He has composed numerous stotras, numerous writings in prose style, poetic style, dramas, whatever in the literature field, he has composed that. He was a great bhakta of the Lord. He is considered to be an avatara of the Ghanta of the Lord. And there is a film which has been prepared by Sri Ananta Padmanabhacharya. Later, maybe I can share the link in our group. That if you watch that movie, it is very, it has subtitles in English, I guess, although the film is basically in Tamil. But if you watch that, you will come to know so much about the life of this great Acharya. Now, he was considered as the avatar of, the very epitome of Vairagya. There are few incidents in his life, and we can learn from his life to cultivate the spirit of Vairagya. Now, once there was a young brahmachari who had just finished his Vedadhyayana, and he wanted to get married, but he had no money. So in those times too, the practice was that when a brahmachari wanted to get married, then he has to provide wealth to the parents of the bride and ask for her hand in marriage. Unfortunately, that practice got, turned on its head, and later people started this thing of dowry and all that. But actually, as per the Veda Shastras, the groom who wants to marry a girl has to, prove that he's capable of taking care of her or whatever. And he has to provide some wealth or some cows or something to the father of the girl and get married. So this young brahmachari, he had absolutely no belongings in this world. He had no money, he had nothing. So but he had to get married and enter into Grihastha-ashrama. So he approached some brahmanas in Kanchipuram saying, expressing his difficulty. Now, we know that whenever there are good people around, there are always also some people who try to pull them down. So there were these set of brahmanas were the kind of people who, wanted to poke fun at Swami Vedanta Desikar. So what they did was they told this young brahmachari, he's a very wealthy man. You go to him and you ask, he will give you whatever you require. So the boy went to Swami Desikar. Now, when he came there and asked for wealth, Swami has nothing. He is living his life. He is eking out his living just by, procuring bhiksha. Every day he would go, whatever he gets in bhiksha, with that, it's called unchavritti. So only what he earns through that bhiksha is going to be enough to sustain him and his wife for that day. So that was a kind of life that he led. And you can imagine, despite all that kind of life of poverty and hardship, he had so much blessings of the Devi that he composed all those literary works, and he was such a great bhakta. So anyway, when this boy came to him, for himself, he never wanted wealth. But he realized that, okay, this boy is asking for money, for some help. I have to do what I can to help him. So out of karuna, out of compassion, Acharya took the boy to the altar, to the sanctum sanctorum, the sannidhi of Perandevi Tayar, who is the divine consort of Lord Varadaraja of Kanchipuram. So he took the boy to the temple, and there, standing in front of the goddess, spontaneously he composed a stuti, a stotra, which is now very well known as the Shri Stuti. And that composition was on the form of that particular Archavatara. And he praised her and he asked and begged for her anugraham. He said, I have surrendered to your feet and I know nothing other than you. You are the one who is, all powerful. You are the one who has all the ability in this world. So only with your blessings and your grace, I can do anything. Even the fact that I'm saying this stotra is only a result of your anugraha on me. So like that, he composed a stotra. And In response, out of affection for Desikar, out of acceptance of his stuti, Devi sent down a shower of gold coins. Who was to benefit from those gold coins? Definitely not Desikar himself. It was a young brahmachari. So Desikar asked the brahmachari that you take whatever you want. Goddess has given, Devi has given. So you take everything what you want. And without turning to look even once at what is happening, there is the boy taking, is something left over, no thought at all. Having finished his prostration to the Devi, Vedanta Desikar went back home and calmly resumed his lifestyle. Another incident is told in his life where, again, to test him, there were some people who, when he asked for bhiksha, they mixed some gold coins along with the grains of rice and they gave it to him. He didn't see what they were offering. It was the gold coins were hidden in the rice. So he comes home and he gives that whatever bhiksha he has got, that rice, he gives it to his wife and says, here it is today's bhiksha, cook with it. So as she is cleaning the rice, she suddenly finds this, and she is even more innocent than Swami Deshikan. She doesn't even know. She suddenly calls him and says, see, there are some things here in the rice. What is this? What is this? I don't even know. What is this? What kind of rice have you been given today? So he recognizes what it is. And dispassionately, with total Vairagya, he calmly picks up those pieces of gold and he puts them outside his house and he leaves them there. And he says, here, now you have the clean rice. You take this and cook. And he is not bothered what happened to those gold coins. That was another episode. There's a third episode which is told in his life. Now, as I said, he was living a very simple life. And whatever he got as bhiksha, only on that they were sustaining themselves. So naturally, everybody knew that he was poor or that he had so many hardships and all that. Now, he had a childhood friend and classmate called Vidyaranya. They had studied together when they were young. And this Vidyaranya was now the Rajapurohita in the court of the king of Vijayanagara. So this Vidyaranya, hearing about, the dire straits in which Vedanta Desikar was, he sent a message to him saying, you please come here. This king is very good. You come here. You also stay in this court here. You can share your compositions with the king. He will be very happy and he will reward you with all the, riches, and you can lead a comfortable life. Why do you have to struggle like this, trying to, struggling to even get your meals? So what is the need for all that? You are such a learned person. You are capable of so much. So you come here and you can lead a comfortable life. So in response to him, Swami sent one shloka saying that he is not interested in that offer. And he thought, okay, that is the end of the matter. But Vidyaranya was not ready to take a no. So again, he sent a second message. And at that point of time, once he got that second message, Vedanta Desikar, what he did, he composed 5 more shlokas, reiterating that same meaning which was there in his previous reply. And those 6 shlokas together are what today we, sing as the Vairagya Panchakam. So there are a set of 6 wonderful shlokas full of all the Vedic truths, full of advice or guidelines of how somebody who has surrendered to God should spend his life, or what should be their attitude towards this life. Very nicely it is conveyed in those shlokas. So in that, as part of that, what I have put in the picture here, he says that I don't have pitrarjitam kinchit. I don't have any, wealth which has been accumulated by my ancestors, by my father, nor maya kinchitarjitam. I don't have anything which I have accumulated by my own efforts also. Then what is it that I have? What is the dhanam that I have? Hasti Shailagre Vastu. So the Lord of Hastigiri. Hastigiri is the hill in Kanchipuram. And this Lord Vardaraja, who is residing on this Hastigiri Shailam, he is the greatest dhana that I have. He is my Sarvasva. He, Lord Vardaraja, and Devi, Peran Devi Tayar. They are my biggest wealth. When I have such a wealth like this, what more wealth do I need? Why should I come to your kingdom? And why should I sing praises of the Lord, of the King? Why should I sing praises of any human being in anticipation that I will get money from them or I will be able to lead a comfortable life from them? When I have the supreme wealth of the Lord with me, what do I need these worldly riches for? Stating this, he said, nothing else matters to me. It is only the Lord who I care for. And he sent that reply. Now Vidyaranya realized that yes, this person is truly a Vairagya filled person and there is nothing I can do. When somebody is entirely happy in their situation, whatever they are in, and that they feel is the biggest wealth, then what can somebody else do to convince them otherwise, isn't it? So he accepted that message from Vedanta Desikar. So these two stories try to convey to us what should be our spirit in leading our life. We are so full of always saying, I want this, I need this, I want this, I want this. As I already said, we are confused between what we need and what we want. And everything appears to us as something that we just can't live without. We have all around us messages, being bombarded. You watch TV, you watch YouTube, you read the newspaper, you open a magazine, whatever it is, you are being bombarded with messages of buy this, attain this, procure this, get this, purchase that. EMI, you don't have money, no problem, you can pay later. You buy now, you enjoy it. So where is this lifestyle going to lead us to? In this scenario, how should we celebrate Akshaya Trithya? People think that Akshaya Trithya is the day to go and buy wealth, to buy gold, because we want our wealth to keep on increasing. But what is the actual wealth that we should be praying for? When we are on the path of sadhana, the only wealth that we want to be Akshaya is the wealth of Jnana, Bhakti and Vairagya. So to really celebrate Akshaya Trithya in the correct sense, we should be praying to God and to Devi, because today is the day for Mahalakshmi Devi. We should be praying, asking that let Jnana, Bhakti and Vairagya become Akshaya in our life. Let it be imperishable in our life. Take me on the path so that I can get more of these, and take me away from the path that encourages me to only indulge my senses. Let us invoke the blessings of Mahalakshmi, not asking for anything selfishly for ourselves, not asking for something to benefit myself, but asking for the welfare of everybody in this world. That is the true spirit of Sanatana Dharma. We say, Loka samastha sukhino bhavantu. Let the whole world be happy. Let everybody in this world be happy. Let all beings in this world be happy. Why just human beings, isn't it? So let us pray asking Mahalakshmi for her blessings. And let us pray for Akshaya opportunities to render service to the Lord and to his bhaktas also. Because that kind of opportunity is what will take us ahead on the sadhana marg. The more we have opportunity to amass worldly wealth, the more we are getting trapped in the, tangles of samsara. The more we are getting caught up in the, vicious cycle of desire, expectation, not fulfilling, feeling bad, going up and down, constantly having happiness, unhappiness in an unending cycle. If we want to break that chain, we have to move out of that track. And the way to do that is by performing seva, by doing seva to the Lord and by doing seva to the bhaktas of the Lord. Because the Lord is very happy when somebody serves his bhaktas. We may not know how to serve the Lord directly, but we can definitely see who are his bhaktas and we can try to serve them so that we get the grace of the Lord, because he is very happy when somebody serves his bhaktas. So let us pray that on Akshaya Trithya, let us be blessed with innumerable opportunities to do seva to the Lord and to his bhaktas. So next is the Shloka. So in the Shri Stuti, which I mentioned in the story, so Swami Vedanta Desikar has composed, there are many shlokas in that. The first one, I will just explain the meaning of that. So he says, Manatita pratita vibhavam mangalam mangalanam vakshah pithim madhuvijaino bhushayantim swakantya pratyakshanu mahima prarthininam prajanam shreyo murtim shriyama sharana tvam sharanyam prapadye. So he's saying that I surrender, I'm performing prapatti, O Mahalakshmi Devi. You are the refuge. I am surrendering to you. You are the refuge for all beings of this world. So I have no other Sharan. You are my only Sharan. I am surrendering to you. So he's describing her gunas, her qualities, her Aishwarya. What is all that she possesses? She is the mistress of the entire world. She is the mistress of the Aishwaryam, because we say Lord is the father of this world. Everything belongs to him. And she is his consort. So she is the mistress of everything that is there in this world. She is the most Mangalakara thing. She is the most auspicious. If you take all the Mangala Vastus, you take all Mangala Tattvas, of all of them, Devi is the most Mangalam. She is the embodiment of all the Mangalams. And where is she located? She is so much Mangalakara that she is sitting on the Vakshasthala. She is adorning the chest of the Lord with her Jyoti, with her Kanti. She is adorning his chest. And she is the boon granting Lakshmi. She is Varalakshmi. And whoever wants to get her Anugraham in this world, but more importantly, in the world beyond, all of us have to pray for her blessings. So this is the shloka which beautifully explains the sense of Sharanagati with which we must pray to Devi. So next, after this, it is time for the bhajan. Usha, have you prepared anything for today? I'm not able to hear Usha. Are you speaking something?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, now I can hear.
Okay.
Have you prepared something?
I'll sing a bhajan on Lakshmi Devi itself.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Sure. Please go ahead.
Okay. ಏನು ಧನ್ಯಳೋ ಲಕುಮಿ ಅಂಥ ಮಾನ್ಯಳೋ ಏನು ಧನ್ಯಳೋ ಲಕುಮಿ ಅಂಥ ಮಾನ್ಯಳೋ ಸಾನುರಾಗದಿಂದ ಹರಿಯ ಸಾನುರಾಗದಿಂದ ಹರಿಯ ತಾನೆ ಸೇವೆ ಮಾಡುತ್ತಿಹಳು ಏನು ಧನ್ಯಳೋ ಲಕುಮಿ ಅಂಥ ಮಾನ್ಯಳೋ ಕೋಟಿ ಕೋಟಿ ಭೃತ್ಯರಿರಲು ಹಾಟಕಾಂಬರ ಸೇವೆ ಸಾಟಿ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಪೂರ್ಣ ನೋಟದಿಂದ ಸ್ತುತಿಸುತ್ತಿಹಳು ಏನು ಧನ್ಯಳೋ ಲಕುಮಿ ಅಂಥ ಮಾನ್ಯಳೋ ಛತ್ರ ಚಾಮರ ವ್ಯಜನ ಪರ್ಯಂಕ ಪಾತ್ರ ರೂಪದಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಂತ ಚಿತ್ತ ಚರಿತನಾದ ಹರಿಯ ನಿತ್ಯ ಸೇವೆ ಮಾಡುತ್ತಿಹಳು ಏನು ಧನ್ಯಳೋ ಲಕುಮಿ ಅಂಥ ಮಾನ್ಯಳೋ ಸರ್ವಸ್ಥಳದಿ ವ್ಯಾಪ್ತನಾದ ಸರ್ವದೋಷರಹಿತನಾದ ಸರ್ವವಂದ್ಯನಾದ ಪುರಂದರ ವಿಠಲನ್ನ ಸೇವಿಸುವಳು ಏನು ಧನ್ಯಳೋ ಸಾನುರಾಗದಿಂದ ಹರಿಯ ಸಾನುರಾಗದಿಂದ ಹರಿಯ ತಾನೆ ಸೇವೆ ಮಾಡುತ್ತಿಹಳು ಏನು ಧನ್ಯಳೋ ಲಕುಮಿ ಅಂತ ಮಾನ್ಯಳೋ ಲಕುಮಿ ಅಂತ ಮಾನ್ಯಳೋ ಲಕುಮಿ ಅಂತ ಮಾನ್ಯಳೋ. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು.
Dhanyavad, Usha. Thank you so much. Nice. I'm glad that you could sing something related to Lakshmi itself today. Very good. Very nice.
Thank you.
So just as Lakshmi is Dhanya, we are Dhanya also to have Lakshmi Devi's Anugraha on us. So let us pray that always Lakshmi should bless us with all the qualities that she has. And one of the most important qualities of Devi that we can practice, we can try to adopt somewhere in our life in small ways, is the quality of karuna or compassion. Devi, Mata, she is the one, she is the mother of all beings, and she is the one who always recommends for us, her children, to the Lord. Even if the Lord occasionally, he may get angry on us, thinking of the misdeeds we do or thinking of all the papa that we have, accumulated. But Devi is always there waiting for us to recommend and to say that, they are, after all, who doesn't make mistakes? You have to forgive them. And she will make sure that the Lord also, together, both of them. Just yesterday, I was listening to a lecture where they were saying that, is it that the Lord does not know that everybody makes mistakes and she has to recommend for us? No, it is just that they have this kind of a setup between them, both the Lord and Mata. Together, both of them, they are in a competition to see who will be able to save the, Bhakta, who will be the one who will recommend and take care and make sure that the grace is there on the Bhakta. So like this, with their Anugraha, we are blessed. So we must make sure that we do everything possible to attain their grace. So we will now offer Kritagnyata, and then if anybody has something, we have about 2-3 minutes, I suppose. So let us offer gratitude, Kritagnyata, at the lotus feet of Sri Krishna and Guru for inspiring us to start and join this satsang. And let us pray for their blessings and grace to always be on us. Namaskar. Thank you everybody for attending. In the chat, there are people saying thank you for the bhajan. Usha, Zarna ji saying, I didn't know significance or importance of this day. Yes, many times there are certain things that we don't really understand, but it is good that we could learn something new today. Some of those aspects I too didn't know. I looked up Google Guru and I could get some hints about some of those aspects. So let us pray that on this day of Akshaya Trutiya, that Lord's blessings will be Akshaya on us forever and ever. Let us be blessed. Let our satsang also be Akshaya. Let it go on and on and on like this only, with the grace of the Lord. And let us all be able to make spiritual progress with that, same Akshaya spirit. Let it work for all of us. If there is anything that anybody has to add, you can say. If not, we will close. Okay, then fine. We have only a few minutes left. So for today, we will stop here. I have my class also at 7 o'clock to attend. So we will stop here for today. Thank you so much for joining in. And next Tuesday, again, as usual, we will meet up and continue with our satsang. Thank you very much. Namaskar.
Thank you.